Very.
Your mom had 11 kids by 10 different men.
Exactly.
So were you guys all living together, or were you kind of spread out?
This is how it went. We were set up. This was well orchestrated. They said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to free the slaves. We're going to leave them certain lands and certain properties, knowing that we did not allow them to read, write, spell, knowing that we did not allow them no schooling. And when we did give them schooling, it was segregated. So we're going to leave them property, not knowing that 5-10 years from now, that we're going to take the property from them because they didn't pay their taxes. Okay? We went from that to, okay, now that's off from welfare, that's off from WIC, that's off from food stamps. Free healthcare, what they call Medicaid. Okay, now let's build a project. This is a ghetto environment to the fullest, but we're going to give them things like $1 rent, free park and recreation for their kids, summer programs. But hold on, you can't have no man staying with you. You can't have no man. So as growing up, as every year, every other year, I would meet a different guy as a mentor. To me back then, I looked at it as a curse. Now as I think of it, it was a blessing. All of which who accepted a role at the time that they did not know it was impossible for them to play. A position that they did not know that was impossible for them to keep, because if a man lived with you, you would get evicted and lose your HUD. If your child caught a charge, you have to sign custody over to this child to another parent, a family member, or somebody close that not living in HUD, and you have to reassign their schools and all this. So while I'm thinking, all these men gonna do the same thing. They're gonna get my mama pregnant and they're gonna run out her life. I didn't realize all this because we were young. 50, 60 kids in one classroom. They paying the teachers between $30,000 and $40,000. That ain't even enough money for them to pay back that high ass loan that they got the education degree in. So with all that being said, we learned things like survival, our era, my era, your era. We learned things like raking yard, running errands, pumping gas at the gas station, bagging groceries at the store, selling water, selling fruit, selling lemonade. We learned all those things that as years went by, they required permits. So while we was trying to get out of the ghetto, we was getting pushed further and further back in the ghetto. And the way I grew up, a 4-bedroom with 12 people, when I sang the song, Drawing the Wind, Pearl Wade, 7 more like me, referring to the boys, because 8 boys and 3 girls. And I said, if I wasn't home before them, it wasn't no more covers, that's the comforters. We use a different slang in Miami. And if I say the old girl means mama, old boy means daddy. And mama usually gets all the props and all the respect and all the attention in the ghetto because remember, daddy can't live there. So at this time, the mailman, the garbage man, and the county workers, they get all the pussy. So all the illegitimate kids, fathers, work on the docks, work for the county, and do all these things. So they say, okay, you know what? These ladies trying to have all the sense. That's cut them off welfare. So now, no more welfare. In order for you to get food stamps, you got to go down there, put your baby daddy on child support, and you got to know where your baby daddy at. And my mama era, where your baby daddy? I don't know. I don't know who my baby daddy is. I was drunk. I was on drugs. I was surviving. Blah, blah. Okay, sign here. Now, community hours. We need to know where your baby daddy at. We need the social security number, his address. If he in jail, we need to know what jail he in. We need to know the cell number, the DC number. That's impossible. So they give the lady food stamps for so many months. And when they find the dude, he's already in the rear. So now there's a separation from mother between mother, father, and kid is the kid is in the middle of it, getting pulled and tugged. The daddy is trying to explain, I was doing what I can for you. And the mama was like, no, he didn't. He left us in the project. And now the kid have to choose mama or daddy. So that's what we come to now. I am a product of my environment. But I was fortunate enough to successfully be released from prison at the age of 19 after being twice before I was 17, and start a career by the grace of God and the help of Luther Campbell and Ted Lucas at Slip and Slide Records to have helping financially take care of my family up until this point here. And if anybody tell me